Okay, so hello. I'm still alive. It's been a while since I've recorded a video, and that's mostly just because I didn't really, I wasn't really thinking of anything. I didn't really have any big ideas. I know you may be saying, "What about reading the next Tristan Friends?" I actually did record that. Like I did make a full. I think I read, if I remember right, I read 4 and 5, and a bonus something. It was like pushing 20 minutes. It's uploaded to my YouTube as private or unlisted. I can't remember which. But yeah, I started crying when I was recording it because if you didn't know, um, a big part of my childhood was Power Rangers. It was one of my favorite franchises ever. It still is, honestly. I mean, yeah, I can admit its flaws. I'm still not gonna admit Super Sentai is better because, like, it's what I grew up on. I like the campiness, the corniness, and I will even take the worst seasons for it. But yeah, that's just like a thing I like. I was insecure about that at the time. Um, and Jason David Frank, who played Tommy Oliver in multiple seasons of the show, he passed away, and it really hurt me, and I didn't really have an output or an outlet. I didn't really feel like understood because it was a celebrity death. I should have just said I'm really bummed about this. Like it ruined my day. It made me really sad because I always wanted to meet him. But um, I got on there and I just needed something. I needed something that I was familiar with. I needed something that was comforting to me. Thinking back on the comics and making them at that point in my life is a little bit comforting because I made most of them when I was still in elementary school. So it's kind of before things got hard and before COVID, definitely. Um, yeah, needless to say, I did not like my behavior in middle school, and I always really punished myself for it. I just sometimes I don't ever feel like I can forgive myself for what I did, even though I should. Um, so if you knew me during middle school or during that time frame, I'm really sorry for the things I did. I shouldn't have been doing them. I shouldn't have been in the online spaces that I was. And when you let a, I think I was like 11. When you let an 11-year-old into edgy adult spaces, and that are full of just other teenagers, either my age or older, it it went bad pretty quickly. And I was also just really desperate for friends in general. I was clinging to people who I should have let go or let us drift healthily, because that is a healthy thing. Drifting can be healthy. I should have let some of these relationships go, and I didn't. Um, but for a long time, I just held a lot of resentment towards that period of my life in general, and the things I did, and the people that I was around. Some of which I haven't really moved on from that point, which I really hope that they do, because I was in a horrible mental space. I hated myself and my family, and that was really hard. I mean, who doesn't hate themselves in middle school? It's apparently like a really normal thing for anybody that doesn't peak in high school. um, yeah, I really hope you guys. I'm just sorry for what I did, the actions that I did, and the behavior that I presented. Um, it doesn't reflect who I am today. I was 12, 13, again, 11 when I did some of this stuff. I'm 16, almost 17 now, and you guys have grown too, so I don't really want contact. Um, I just don't think it's in my best interest. But I do wish you guys best. But now that I got that out of the way, back to the comic thing. Yeah, I just got really emotional recording it. I didn't want to post myself crying to the internet, especially since we were making fun of like um, cancel culture videos where people like come on here apologizing in front of a couch, um, crying. Yeah, and I think that's kind of why subconsciously I just apologize for a bunch of crap that I've been wanting to do, um, and try to show my maturity. Yeah, but now that that's over with, I don't know when I'm gonna do that again. I have I really did want to redo the comics, but this is what I'm getting into next. I am probably not going to make the comics. I'm not going to make a reboot or anything. In fact, you know how every time I get on here I talk about when Tristan Friends is going to come out? I'm not giving you a release date this time. That never works. I never live up to that, and I like beat myself down for it. Yeah, it'll come out when it comes out. Right now, I'm getting rid of the comics, and I'm just reworking all the ideas that I had for the reboot into the Prime Tristan Friends, the cartoon. Yeah, and that's been pretty fun because I've been working with the same basis for Tristan Friends for about 2 or so years now. So starting over fresh and being able to go back and restructure the earlier seasons and ideas to make more sense, and also to include things from the comics that I wanted to do and flesh out some characters that did exist in Prime but weren't really that important. I can keep talking about that all day, but I feel like that should be its own video. Part of the reason I wanted to get on here is to actually sing, because I don't know if you guys know this, but like I actually really do like to sing. I love music. Music has always been one of my favorite things in the world. I even played the cello for from 5th grade all the way to 9th grade. Oh, yeah, I really enjoyed it, but I got tired of it. And I still enjoy music, but when I'm insecure about everything about myself, and I'm insecure about my voice when I'm just talking, and um, you know singing in like chorus about how I can't find the right pitch class. I went from a soprano um, to a tenor, couldn't sing that low, ended up in alto, and then my voice actually started cracking and dipping. So then I ended up in some wonky place in between, and that's good for me. I got to pick out a lot of variety between what part of the song I wanted to sing, and I'm really thankful for my teachers letting me do that. Um, I think that really helped me expand like my voice and made me think more about singing professionally in general. Um, but doing that really makes you seem extra in class, and but frankly, I don't really care anymore. Back then, it really got under my skin, but looking back, I don't really care, and you know, I've grown, and I've just learned not to care. So the song I wanted to sing is "Remember You" from Adventure Time. I've been having a huge Adventure Time kick. Uh, I did like it when I was little. I liked it more than regular show. Fight me. Um, yeah, I've always really liked how the show went from like something silly, kind of like Flapjack and Chowder, because it shared a lot of the same staff, to something more story based and heavy, and it kind of grew with me a little bit, but I still kind of fell out of it when I started. Because a lot of the major stuff in Adventure Time was happening, and it was when Gravity Falls was coming to an end, and that was way more focused on that, and all the cartoons on there like Stardust, The Force of Evil. Which I would go back during COVID and rewatch. The show was going so good. And, well, yeah, Gravity Falls was amazing though. It's still one of my favorite Disney cartoons in general. One of my favorite cartoons in general. This was my generation's like Goosebumps or Are You Afraid of the Dark? Um, Horror for kids that has a genuine story sometimes. I think Goosebumps kind of had more of a story. I'm thinking back to reruns of it on the Hub Network. I keep doing that. Whatever. Yeah. Anyways, I've always liked the stories that they had. I liked Ice King and Simon's progression. I always thought that was really interesting because he seemed like such a bad guy, but then by the end of the show, he was like, it felt like a lot of cartoons nowadays try to make their evilest villains redeemable, but that really did feel redeemable because he was lost mentally. You wanted to see him get better, even though he was doing all these horrible things. It I'm not the first person to make this comparison, but it is a lot like Alzheimer's and dementia, which is something that I have seen before, and it really scares me. And it runs my family, so I'm really afraid of forgetting everything with me too. Um, but enough of that depressing stuff. I did not need to cry again. Yeah, I'm sitting in an office chair, by the way. That's why I'm spinning around. I'm not leaning on the floor anymore. And this story just stuck with me. It really did. And I got a lot of more personal stuff. The reason why I delete a lot of my blogs or vlogs, I overshare way too much, and I'm trying to get better with that. So that's a story for maybe in the future, because that still makes me emotional. It's related to dementia and Alzheimer's, and losing people, which is why I like the song "Remember You." Just really hoping. That's also why "Soon You Get Better" by Taylor Swift is another song I really like. Because you're selfish when you're asking these things, but you still just can't help but hope they can get better. Things will go back to the way they were. They're not. Well, no, that's literally the point of piano cake. It did not go back to normal. Yeah, so I don't have an instrumental for this. The one I found was really bad, so I'm just gonna be singing it raw. Maybe one day when I actually learn guitar, I'll come back and do it again. I have a guitar, I just never learned it, and I also have my cello, but I'm not going to pull it out and tune it and get everything set up just for this video. Like, I love you guys, but not that much. So, I also kind of wanted to experiment with singing in Kaz's voice. Because if you don't know, I voice in my friend's shows as his multiverse, which you go check out because he actually gets it done more consistently than I do my shows. He has like a whole season of his show. I have. I'm not a. I've voiced quite a few characters in there. I'm kind of just like one of the only voice actors that he really has that will consistently show up and do stuff. Because we're best friends. He's my best friend, at least. I don't know about the other way around. He's gonna be watching that. I know he's gonna see that. I keep losing my train of thought, and this doesn't have a pause button. Like, I keep wanting to pause it whenever I pause mentally, but there's not one, which is really dumb. When did they get rid of that? Apple, throw away the iPad, restart. We need iPad 2. iPad 2. Yeah. I'm just gonna sing now because I forgot what I was gonna say. I'm not gonna sit here until I remember. That is not intentional, I swear to God. Yeah, I wanted to sing Kaz's voice because it's a raspier voice. It sounds like this. It hurts my throat if I do it for too long. And, I want to slide out of it naturally, which is why I kind of do that at the end of every sentence, especially when I'm using high energy to voice constantly. It drains a lot out of my voice, and it hurts my throat, which is why I kind of wanted to try shifting it to nasal cavity. I heard that from Ian Flynn, out of all people. He's a writer for Sonic Comics. I love Sonic Comics, by the way. Archie is my Roman Empire. So I wanted to try shifting it up to here, but then I kind of lose some of that charm, and it sounds more like nasally, which then falls into more Foley territory. I can still do Foley. Obviously, he doesn't sound anything like he did when I was 10, but it's close enough. And also in school, I'll be like, Foley! Yay! Foley! I'll be like that just for fun. I draw him all over my school, by the way. If you go to my school, which you know who you are, tell me where you've seen those. I want to see where I'm getting the most traction. But yeah, I'm going to get on to actually seeing them now because I've spent 13 minutes talking. I know, like, James is probably going to be the only person to sit through this. Yeah. So for Ice Kingdom, I'm going to try to do Kaz's voice, but if I can't, then I'm going to stop. Because even just now, it feels like I got strep throat all of a sudden. Okay. Celine, is it just me and you in the wreckage of the world? Must be so confusing for a little girl. Be here with you, but I'm losing myself, and I'm gonna lose you. Shh. I gotta have the lyrics pulled up. I was trying to sing that with my lyrics, but I kept stuttering, and again, I can't go back and delete that part because this isn't TikTok. Really, if I recorded this on TikTok, I'd already be down one video. I don't need that. I don't need that. I need to really delete my drafts on my iPad because it would slow my phone down a lot. And I know this video is gonna slow down my iPad a lot. I'm gonna have to like immediately upload it. Sorry about that. And I'm not that I'm not like super familiar with the song, but it just really sticks with me. So I wanted to try to sing it because I was getting some emotion out of it singing in my bed. Marceline, is it just me and you in the wreckage of the world? That must be so confusing for a little girl. And I know you're gonna need me here with you. But I'm losing myself and I'm afraid I'm gonna lose me too. I keep messing up the lyrics, but I'm just gonna roll with it. Oh yeah, keep it going. Oh, this magic keeps me alive, but it's driving me crazy, and I need to save you. Who's gonna save me? Please forgive me for whatever I do when I don't remember you. Wow, I wrote that? Hot stuff. What? You don't remember what it means? Look! Marceline. Marceline, I can feel myself slipping away. I can't remember what it made me say, but I remember that I saw you frown. I swear it wasn't me, it was the crown. This magic keeps me alive, but it's making me crazy, and I need to save you. Who's gonna save me? What am I gonna do? Wait. Please forgive me for whatever I do when I don't remember you. What's going on in there? I have no idea. Please forgive me for what I do when I don't remember you. Da 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 da. Yay! Um, yeah, I got a lot of lyrics wrong, even just singing that, but I do really like that song. I'm gonna sing "I'm Just Your Problem." Hold on. I love this song. I love this song. I sing it to myself all the time. And singing that Kaz voice, I like gunk in the back of my throat now. La da 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 da, I'm gonna bury you in the ground. La da 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 da, I'm gonna bury you with my sound. I'm gonna drink the red from your pretty pink face. I'm gonna. Marceline, that's too distasteful. Oh, you don't like that? Or do you just not like me? Sorry, I don't treat you like a goddess. Is that what you want me to do? Sorry, I don't treat you like you're perfect, like all your little loyal subjects do. Sorry, I'm not made of sugar. Am I not sweet enough for you? Is that why you always avoid me? I must be such an inconvenience to you. Well, I'm just your problem. I'm just your problem. It's like I'm not even a person, am I? I'm just your problem. Well, I shouldn't have to justify what I do. I shouldn't have to prove anything to you. I'm sorry that I exist. I forgot what landed me on your blacklist, but I shouldn't have to be the one that makes up with you. So why do I want to? Why do I want to bury you in the ground and drink the blood from your ugh? I was trying to swing around like her in that song. But yeah, I'm very angsty when I want to be. So that song just really speaks to me. Hold on. I love Francis Forever. Hold on, I'm gonna sing Francis Forever in its own video because I feel like that's just like good enough to do on its own. Okay. That's the end for this vlog. It feels weird to be doing this again, but you know, I'm a lot more confident in myself. I'm less insecure. I'm not gonna overshare in my videos. So yeah, bye.